So what have we got? Okay, so this is what it's all about, Alfie. So basically, since I discovered Dr. Tan in 2012, global balance has been a constant thing in my mind, constant direction. And since 2016, since a fellow called Warren asked me to teach I Ching stuff online, I've been flat out learning how to do that. And it's been quite tricky. It's hard to I found it hard to condense information into a simple format that people can grasp and use and understand. So I'm still in that process of being able to do that. I want to create a group that is kind of like what we call now in the online tradition, the mastermind groups. They're popping up everywhere. And I forget the name of the guy that termed the name mastermind, but it's the same in Chinese medicine. When you bring two minds together, you create a third. So as soon as two or more people focused on the same goal and same intention, then what naturally manifests is almost like a suction, you could say, that starts to bring in insight from all over the place. And you might think it weird, but I talked to Master Dong and Dr. Tan, Lao Tzu, Li Jun. If I'm not sure about anything in 8 Extras or the Pulse, I'll tap in and I think of Li Jun, and ask for some support and guidance. And I usually explain it to people and say that, you know, sometimes Christian people come in and I have nothing against Christians, but sometimes when you talk about the abstract side of Chinese medicine, it gets a bit close to being devil stuff. And I always usually say to them, well, that water that's flowing in the river outside your house is that, you know, it's the same water that was on the earth when Christ was here. Nothing's ever lost. It just rotates and changes, transforms. And it's the same with the energetic components of people. Nothing's lost. That's still in that universal mind. That substance that the quote from the Science of Getting Rich said at the beginning. So I'm interested in establishing a group of people that do balance method, that want to develop and approach their clients from a Shen perspective, and also want to work and develop within themselves to bring that out, to awaken their authentic self. So the groups are 2-hour bi-weekly sessions covering the fundamentals of personal development skills to help clarify and achieve goals. So I want to work on how to use the creative principle to tap into this area. And also how, like we just demonstrated with Caitlin, how we can use some of that in diagnostics and treatments. And it doesn't have to be as long as our conversation. I was enjoying the conversation. It can be quite short and succinct. Practical training means that the actual content of a lesson is kept to a minimum, because I want us to really integrate what we're learning. And the training will be related to the current season and incorporating the subjects outlined below. That's on the next slide. So it will kind of go along the line of personal development, and personal development is also the learning of the 5 spirits and the mental emotional aspects of Chinese medicine, but from a personal experiential basis. The training will be a class that I'll prepare, usually takes about 30 minutes, and then at the end of that class we'll have 45 minutes to discuss that. Here's a list of the subjects that may be will be incorporated. There will be others as well, depending on people's receptivity. There's lots of other things that we can include to elaborate on these principles. Okay, that's it. There's the calendar for the year. So it starts in 2 weeks. Water, we're in now, so we're going to go through the first 2 classes are going to be around water. Then we're going to have Chrissy off, and then we're going to come back on January 19th with Earth. So we've got Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3, Earth 4, and another Earth 5, you could say. Earth seasons are really important. They transition a person from one season to the next. And why they're important is if a person comes in spring and they've still got symptomology of winter, that means that they haven't got enough qi or jing to carry them through. And so you know that then they're going to get probably ill in summer or in autumn. So we need to help them transition through those stages. And that's what the Earth stages do. It's quite it's a very interesting way of looking at it. And obviously, because Earth bridges each season, we need to do that each time. And then we're going to go through wood, 4 sessions for wood, 4 sessions for fire, 4 sessions for metal, and water's going to suffer a little bit. It's going to have 3.5, you could say. We get to go through each season succinctly. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Now, this is the bit that people always want at the first and it always comes at the end, and I've followed that tradition. So there's 22 sessions a year. It was actually 20, but I thought, well, I need to do a couple more, so there's a couple more tacked on the end. You can pay as you go, so if you're just not sure about it, you want to just check out little bits, you can jump in at any time you like. Cost is $80 for that. You can do a bulk purchase of 5 sessions. And I put it to give yourself a chance to grasp the basics of personal development as applied to each season. So you're basically going to just jump on at the beginning of water, beginning of wood, earth, fire and metal. And that's a $375. And then I'm doing a certification program. And that's my attempt at humour. You're not going to be certified by the white coats. You're going to be certified by Oneness Acupuncture. And there's some benefits to that. This is an expanding group. So after spending 1 year with me, then you'll get an opportunity to create your own group, and you'll also become part of what's called the inner circle. So the inner circle is people that have done a year's training, then they come in underneath the new group that's connecting. We connect up about 45 minutes before the call, and then we start doing online business development as part of that process. You also get access to the recordings for each session. You get essential charts, and Caitlin's got heaps already, so I have to get a few extra books. It does come with a 30-day 100% money-back guarantee in case you are so impulsive that you can't help yourself and then you freak out afterwards. So that's there. And that's a single investment of $990, which works out at $45 a session. And if you can see what we fitted into this 2 hours, which is finishing now, even though we started 20 minutes late, there's quite a lot of information we can gain for the next 2 weeks. Okay. To partake in any of that, you just have to go to integralfreedom.com.au investment. You've got the 3 options here. You can go straight into that. And that concludes this. In fact, I want to say one more thing before we finish, because I wanted to give you a little bit of homework for the next 2 weeks. Okay, Caitlin, awesome to have you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was really good, and I will be in touch.
Awesome.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, there's one thing I'd like to finish with.